Hi there, welcome to my home. This is my first kick at the can, so to speak, of sharing some ghostly encounters and unexplained paranormal experiences. My name is Debbie Daly of Fireswan Energies, an holistic practice that specializes in Reiki and so much more. Since I can remember, I have always had encounters with ghosts. And the first one that I would like to share with you, I like to call Elizabeth. When I was 7 years old, I woke up with a start one night while sleeping at a relative's apartment in Toronto. I saw the apparition of a woman, and she seemed to be floating just above the end table that was positioned at the end of the sofa that I was sleeping on. She was staring at me. I recognized her to be a waitress that was a friend of my father's. Her name was Elizabeth. And when I got up off the sofa, she turned her head and she was crying, and I could see tears rolling down her white face. She was wearing a white pantsuit excuse me, with gold buttons down the front. She also had gold earrings and a gold necklace. And when I got up the nerve to run past her down the hallway to where my mother was sleeping, I didn't look back. I jumped into bed with my mother, who thought I had a nightmare, and I lay awake for the rest of the night. The next day, we left Toronto and drove home. That night, my mother had a hard time getting me to sleep, but eventually I did, and my mom left my bedroom and sat with my dad in our living room. After a while, my dad tells my mom that he had a weird thing happen last night. And my mom's surprised, my dad explained that he had saw a waitress by the name of Elizabeth curled up on my bed, wearing a white pantsuit with gold buttons down the front, gold earrings, and a gold necklace. My mother didn't know what to think, so she told my father what had happened to me. He couldn't believe it. The next day, early in the morning, our phone rang, and it was another waitress that had worked with my dad. And before she could tell him the bad news, he says to her, "Elizabeth's dead, isn't she?" The other waitress was shocked and bewildered at how my father had known, and he told her what happened. I didn't go to the funeral, as I was just a child, but to this day I am still wondering why she came to me. My parents, however, did go, and Elizabeth was wearing a white pantsuit with gold buttons down the front, gold earrings, and a gold necklace. This is just the first of many stories that I will share with you from my personal files. Hope you enjoyed it, and in closing I would like to just say thank you for listening. Love and light, Fireswan. And please stay tuned, because there's many more stories to come, and I also have a ghostly film to show you as well. Thank you.